Hello everyone and welcome back to my tutorial. Today we're gonna create the facades. You know, I really like create some complex facades, so today we also will create it. We will create some special family, and this family we will use it. As you can see the result, this is final result. We will try to make it also the same thing today in this tutorial. If you are ready for this tutorial, let's get started. First of all, as always, we need to create a new family. I already did it. So here is my second Revit. Here is my another Revit, and let's create a new family. First of all, we need to create the metric generic adaptive family. So will be something like main our family. So this is model adaptive family. Let's create it. It's taking the time to open this template. So once this template will open, we will do the second thing. We now need to place two dots. So that's why I say this is an adaptive facade. Let's place it. One dot is here. Let's place it somewhere here, as you can see. And the second dot, we should place it under or maybe let's place it here. You can do whatever you want, because adaptive family, that's why adaptive, because it's adapting whenever you will place it. I will use now align key. I will use the align, and I will try to align to this line. This is not have any reason to align it. This is just to smooth our work. So I did it. Let's select all this dot and make it adaptive. Of course, we should make it adaptive. We have the number 1 and number 2. So what we're gonna do next? Next, we should create the reference line. Let's create the reference line. Here the reference, here's the line, and don't forget 3D snapping. 3D snapping on, and let's snap 1 to the 2. Once you did it, you are good guy. You did it, everything right. Okay, so what? Next we should create the sum points, because our facade will be divided on the two zones. Here will be a rotating zone, here it will be not rotating zone, and here it will be not rotating zone, but this one is special zone. This line will be changed to the up or to the down or to the up. So this line is more interesting for us. How we can do that? We also don't need a reference point. I will place the reference point exactly on this line. One line and the second line. If you are afraid, you can place the line on, for example, your work reference plane. Place your work somewhere here on some empty zone somewhere here. Just move and place it here. Here, pretty sure you not will place your dot, for example, to the reference plane. Okay, we have two dots and we need some parameters. So this dot, it will be the static. Will be the something like what we not will change. And let's say this is normalized curved, will be here is 0.2. Let's make it 0.3. So it means like third part of our line will be always the straight. Okay, we did it. Here it will be variable. I will select this dot and I will create a new parameter. Let's create the new parameter and we will call it H line. So it's and let's make it instance, because we will use it later on maybe in Dynamo. So, and to make it better view, I will change to the 0.8. Okay, as you can see, this part, middle one, now for the rotating form. Now we should create our rotating form. We can do everything here, but it's not the best way. Best way, we should create another family. Let me go back to the file, new family, and English one. Here we will use the metric generic adaptive one. Here is the metric adaptive one. Let's use it. Let's go back to the reference level and we will place it here, the reference point, exactly here. Now I will create something like a rectangular one. We need reference, of course, rectangular, and switch it off the 3D snapping. and let's place it somewhere here. Okay, now we need simple things. Now we need dimension from this point, like should be equal. As you can see, it's moving. It's okay for us because the reference plane for us it's nothing. And let's place it. It's not best way, but let me place it here. And again, this point should be adaptive one, number 1. And this line, it's our reference line. Okay, now we should somehow, as you can see, now our line, our profile, it's straight, but we should do the somehow it could be rotating. So here is our axis, and we should somehow to do like it should be rotating. First of all, I think we no need to use here the reference line. Let me, I will change it. It's my mistake. Just select your lines and just uncheck the reference line, and it will be just a line. Now we need dimension. Let me, I will use dimension. Here is one dimension, and here is the second dimension. We need the parameter for this dimension. Let's create the new one. Actually, I prefer always using the sharing parameters, because you always can have the same parameter for everything. But here is the just tutorial, and I just recommend you to use the shared parameters from just my experience. Okay, here will be like we profile, and let's leave it instance. And here also will be H profile, and it will be also instance uppercase. Let's say okay. So we did it. I will just try. Here it will be like 1200 millimeter, and here it will be like 3000 millimeter. Let's say okay. It's changing, everything working. Before we will load inside to the project, I will save this one. I will save it, and I will call it like profile, like profile. And let's load inside to the project. Let's load it. I will just a bit rotate it, and now we can place it. As you can see, we can place it without any problem on this point. Let's place it on this point. Now the magic thing, I will select this point. Here have the rotation, let's say 10 degree, and nothing changing. So this is the problem, because we want to, it should be rotating, but it's not rotating. How we can do that? Actually, answer it's right here. If you select this point again, you will see here is like rotation triangle. Okay, I will say no 0, and as you can see, nothing changing. But if you will do one more time by tab key, you will select another point. You will see here is another point with the reference plane, and here is the 0. I will change this one to the 10, and here's the magic changing. I will select here is like 90 degree, and it's changing. So as you can see, we don't need to create any special things, it's already everything here. But I wanna see always this point, I wanna always is changed. And here the rotation, I will select the new parameter for this rotation. I will call R profile lower part. And let's make it instance too. Let's say okay. Let's do the same thing for this point. We will call it somehow the same. So we will call the same name. This will be rotation, profile, and it will be top part. And let's say it will be instance too. Let's say okay, and everything alright. Actually, as you can see, our profile is really huge, and our line is really small. Let me make it a bit bigger, and now it's much better. As you can see, this is everything adaptive. The point is automatically choosing the right distance, so you don't need to care about that. But we need to place here the one more profile. I will go to create, and you will find under the component. Let's create it, and as you can see, profile. Let's place another profile here, And let's place another profile on the one. Be careful with that because it's automatically rotating. This is what I don't like. Use the tab key to change the rotation and place it. And here will be the same thing. Use the tab key to change the rotation. And now you can create already your form. I will select this line and by tab key and this line. Use the control, hold the control key and select it. And let's create the form. I really recommend you use the Ctrl Z and after that select it. And as you can see, actually the problem is I wanna use it like a profile, like a reference plane. But as you can see here is it's already the line. So what I mean, if we will create the form right now, it will be hard to change the size of these panels later on. Before we will create the form is our final destination. We need to create the joysticks for these of the panels, which will be control thickness and the height of that. So I will select this one by tab key. You should select everything and you will see H profile and V profile. Let's duplicate these parameters. It doesn't mean we duplicate the data, we duplicate just parameters. H profile. You can create another name. This is not so this is not a rule, but try to create the same name if you want to follow your instance parameter till the end. I wanna follow it, that's why I'm using the same name. So here is the H and here is the V. We'll do that. V profile. Let's make it instance. So once you did that, now let's select all the lines. Again, I'm using the tab key to select all the loop line and holding the control key to deselect it. And again, tab key, hold control, click. And now let's choose the parameter for all of them. H here, W here. So what the point to do that? We'll go now to the family. And now you can see it here. Let me prepare it. So here is the profile, and profile I will place it a bit down. And here is the profile too. Okay, so this one distance is 300 mm. Let me make the 4500 mm. Let's apply it. And as you can see, it's changing. But the problem is it's changing only in one direction. And let's try to fix it. I will go back to the family. Here's my family. Here's the profile. And let's select it and lock it. Just make sure it's locked. I already locked it. I will load inside to my family and I will write with the existing version and parameter. And it's going back. Let me try one more time. Is it working right now or not? 4000 mm apply. And again, one side it's changing. I don't know why. Let's say it's not matter for now, right now. It's really strange problem. Because it's not a reference line, actually it's a placing exactly on this line, but it's okay. You can make like bunch of the type of the parameters and changing. Here is not the reason. The reason is the height. And now let's select everything one by one, like this, one by one, like we already did it. And let's select let's create our form. Here's our form, as you can see right now. I will make height it's a bit bigger than we have before, like this. So we did it. Actually, thickness I don't like it, so we have the thickness 1200 mm. It's too much, I think. Let me make it like 500. Much better, but again we have the same problem. So I will go back to the reference line and I will change it here, for example, like 500 mm. So here, as you can see, everything working perfectly. Yeah, let's load it inside to the project or override parameter and everything working. So I don't think so it's a big problem. I will leave it as it is. Okay, we did it, and now let's try our rotation. As you can see, here is our profile part, top part and lower part. First we will change the lower part to the 10 degree and our profile part on the 60 degree. And let's apply it. And as you can see, it's rotating. This is what actually I want. To create it more realistic, like I did for my case, you can see it here, you should create one more like a boundary. So you should create one parameter here and one parameter here. So like you should create one more point for the profile, but it's already like long story. I can do that. Let me, I will go back, and again I need load inside to the project it, overwrite it. Oh, it's terrible things. Okay, so first I will make it 500 here millimeter, and after that I will load it inside, overwrite it. Now everything alright, and now I should create one more point. Here is the reference point, and let's place it our point. We need set our point, model, reference, point. Working. One point and another point. I'm talking about that one. So this point, as you remember, the bottom one, where is the lower part? No, it's not here. We should use the tab key, select it, and as you can see here, yeah, 0.3. Let's make it 0.25. It's going a bit low. Even it will be, yeah, 20.5. And this one, it will be 0.2. It will be here. I will show you why. Now create component and let's place it here. One more profile, and let's do the same thing for this one. This by tab key again selected, and as you can see, it's ruling by parameter. The by parameter, and it's 0.8 H line, and we will create the new parameter. Let's select it, and this will be like H host line. Don't make it instance. Oh yes, you should make it instance, because we will use the H line parameter like a main one. So you cannot use different type parameter. Here is the host one, as you can see, and we will use like that. This one plus 0.1. And as you can see, it's always will be a bit bigger. 0.5, sorry, 0.5. Yeah, now it will be always the same distance. And let's place it. Now we can create our panel. Again, tab key select, and just on and on. As you can see, I'm doing it really pretty fast. And let's create the form. Now once you will try to change rotation 10 by 60 as we did before, you will get a result like this. You can actually, of course, you can select this profile. Let me use the right mode, and I will select this profile, exactly this line, and making like 0.15 to make it more realistic distance. And here I can say it will be 0.1. Much better. Here is our panel. So what we should do the next? Next, it's a really easy part, file, the new, you're going to do the conceptual mass, for example. I will create the conceptual mass, and here's our conceptual mass. I will use for example, this box. Let's select this box, create the form, this plane. I will create by divide the surface, and I need nodes. I did the nodes. I will change the fixed number to the fixed distance everywhere, and I will do, for example, the distance. It's how much we did it? Let me check. Here is the 4,500 millimeter. Actually, it's too much, but it's okay. 4,500 millimeter. No, it's here. 4,500 millimeter by 8 meter. It will be like this. Yeah, that's why I said it's too much. Actually, I did, but it's okay. We can make it like this. Okay, now we can load our profile here. But before I will do that, I will select it and I will check off the borderline partition. I wanna use it like an empty. Where is my panel? Panel, it's here, and load it inside to the project. Family, it's family tree. Once you did it, just select one node and another node. After you did it, I will make it not like this. It's really changing the angle too much. Let's make it 0 here, and here it will be only 30 degrees. Yeah, that's why I said it's so wide. It's really so big, as you can see. Actually, here the lower part will be 0, topmost part will be 30 degrees, and I will make it 0.5, 0.6. Yes. Actually, I wanna change one thing. This one, it will be always 0.9. And we will get a really nice result, you will see it. Alright. I will delete it. I will place one more time. So here's each line 0.5. Okay, and here's, as I said, 10 degrees. Here is the 0. Yeah, much better, because we can control it here, 30 degrees. And as you can see, the only middle part is rotating. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will select everything right now, and now we just can use the repeater. I will use the repeater, and as you can see, you get something like that. It's really terrible, but we did it. So of course we should somehow to delete this part, because as I said, I don't want to get any partition, but as you can see, we get the partition one. We don't want that, and you can use tab key, select it and delete. It's really easily. Once you will use the tab key, after that you don't need it to use, and you did it. So the next thing what I wanna make, I wanna just use, for example, dynamo to rotate it, but I think you already can do that without me. I already did it in a lot of my tutorials. So here is the without the lines, edges, and as you can see, we get our partition. If I will make it more smaller, you can get the same result as I did here. You can get it more smaller, you can rotate it more smooth, so it's without any problem. And we have the different, as you can see, here is the variable height in different Boolean. In the end, I wanna say only the one thing, only your imagination limitless, because in Revit you can use the adaptive family to create any really nice thing. Just try to create something new, something interesting, check the real projects and try to make it in Revit. I think you will able to do that, and you will try to, and you will gain your experience really better. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.